Morning ladies, hope you're well. Hope everybody is okay. How are you finding January so far? Are you finding that you have a bit of January blues, or are you finding that you are kind of getting things sorted and prepped and what have you? As I have hinted at on the group, I have something new and exciting coming, but it's still in the planning stages, and at the moment it appears the more I work on it, the more I look into it, the bigger it's kind of getting. So bear with me on that. I will keep intermittently teasing you that something new is coming, and then hopefully we'll be able to launch that very soon, which is going to be really, really exciting. Morning, Karen. Thank you for joining me live. That's lovely. I wanted to talk to you today about work and dating. And although these kind of don't seem to go hand in hand, it's actually key and is a big part of what I'm prepping for at the moment. So what happens when you are preparing for a relationship or preparing for dating? Because obviously, you know, you can meet lots of people who don't know if it's going to turn into a relationship, but do you prepare yourself for dating? And when I say prepare myself for dating, I don't necessarily mean like getting ready to go out or anything like that, or putting a post up on, putting an ad up on some sort of online forum or what have you. What I mean is, do you make sure that you are ready? Do you make sure that you are clear on who you are, what you offer, what you want? Because if you go into dating and your attitude is that, yep, I know I'm funny, kind, caring, loving, I know that I could give to a relationship and what have you, but that's about as much work as you do, then actually when it comes to dating, it can be very difficult for you then to actually be ready for the right person, to manifest the right person, or any of those things. So if you are in a situation where you struggle to get into a healthy relationship, think about it like this. Like, if you have a job or a profession and what have you, before you go on a job interview, you will research the company. You will know what the job description is. You will know sort of an outline of what expectations there are for you. But you don't have that when it comes to any form of dating necessarily. You don't have a look at, right, who am I? What have I got to offer? What do I want? I speak to a lot of people where relationships have fallen down because they've got different life goals. So, you know, you need to work out, what is it that I want from my future? Because you need to work out, obviously not on the first date. I'm not suggesting you go in and interrogate, but it definitely was something that gave me a bit of food for thought a little while ago. Not because I'm dating, but obviously because of the work that I do. And it's very much, you know, we have all this preparation that we do for something that might be reasonably short term, but we don't necessarily do the preparation internally that we need for us before we go out dating, before we start to think about having a relationship with somebody. So what I would like you to do is just have a little think about, do I prepare significantly more when I'm going to a job interview than I would do if I'm wanting to have a relationship? Are you clear about who you are, what you have to offer and what you want? Are you clear about what your non-negotiables are in terms of the other person? Are you clear about what your red flags are in terms of the other person? What is actually going to put you off? What is a deal breaker? Because I suspect that maybe if you are dating or seeing people and what have you, maybe that's not something that you do. Maybe actually you think about it very differently. And I'm not really suggesting that dating needs to have a job description and all of those sorts of things. I just thought it was an interesting thing to think about, how much more we would put into going to a job interview than we would necessarily about starting dating or starting to see somebody. So what I'm saying is, do the work in here first. A number of you have told me that you are struggling at the moment. January obviously isn't the greatest month anyway. People obviously call it winter blues for a reason. There's a lot more loss that goes on in the winter, sadly. There's a number of reasons why we can have these January blues. But if you are thinking that as things start to improve this year with COVID, with the weather and what have you, that you're going to get into dating, do the work now. Come and do my 5 sessions for £497. Do that inner work on yourself so that you can then know what you're looking for, know who you are, know what you offer, know your worth. Because if you score yourself as a 6 out of 10, you're only going to try and date somebody who's a 6 out of 10. Whereas if you've got much better self-esteem, much better self-confidence, and you know who you are, then actually you're going to be upping your game in terms of what you're looking for as well. So I hope that gives you a little bit of food for thought. I'll pop the link into the comments again for you to sign up for the course, but it'd be amazing to see you. I've just done, I did a similar offer at Christmas, just finished with that particular client today, got amazing feedback about how helpful she'd found it, how much more confident she's feeling now. She's actually gone and got a new job, which is amazing. So happy that that kind of happened as part of the process as well. She's decided that when she moves to this job, she wants to slightly reinvent herself. So we've looked at who she is now and who she wants to be and the steps that she can take to get there. So if you are feeling a little bit dissatisfied at the moment with where you are, if you are feeling like you want to make a change in 2022, because if nothing changes, nothing changes. You know, if you want to actually get something that you have been holding back from, you've got to do the inner work first. You've got to say, yeah, I'm going to commit myself to that. Yeah, I'm going to invest in myself. It's really important to do so. So I'm going to do the work. So come and join me. I would absolutely love to have a chat with you about it and see where that might take us. So click on the link, fill in your details. You can book the appointment there and then for when we have a call. We'll have an initial chat and see where you're at and work out what we do from there. But it'd be lovely to speak to you. Take care, guys. I will see you next week. Lots of love.